What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a home day edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, Patton's Orthopedic Clinic, and HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Was doing whiskey and wine a couple of weeks ago, and someone who I do not know showed up and dropped this off. It is as you can see, it says Hump Day. It's got camels on it. It says there on the inside of the mug, Hump Day. So shout out to the anonymous person who brought me a Hump Day mug. And if you are not that anonymous person but would like to take credit for it, feel free. All right, y'all. Hope you're having an awesome week so far. A lot going on. Wednesday, so Ed Ogeron will be on the SEC Coaches Teleconference this morning at 10 a.m. And, of course, his radio show tonight. Last week there were fireworks on the radio show. So we will... Sorry. So hopefully things go smoothly. I'm curious what they do, if they take calls or if they're all maybe recorded calls or just Twitter questions or stuff like that to avoid that. But anyway, let me know what y'all got, man. We'll say some good mornings. We'll do about 15 minutes or so here before I got to go wake Drew up, and we'll rock and roll. Tim Gotro, Pat Huseman, Kirk Taylor. Good morning. Napier, scared money don't make money. He asked to at least get a phone call. Kirk, I was reached out. I may have Billy Napier on my show today, as a matter of fact. But I will not call it Louisiana or UL. I will refer to him as ULL coach or Raging Cajuns coach Billy Napier. Might have that happen today. Big win last night for the Cajuns. Blew out App State. Fade the Otter. Glad I didn't get that bet in. Brr. Nicholas Cantrell. Morning, Scone. Any chance Corey Ramey gets promoted to DC? I don't think so. I know Corey. If anybody tells you that Corey Raymond did not want the DC job, that is factually inaccurate. Not guessing. I'm telling you. Corey Raymond wanted to be the DC. Would be interesting if Ed is fired during the season. Like I've said before, Mickey Joseph would be the interim. It's my understanding. And Corey would stay in his role. Bubba Tatum, Tim Gotro, odds on not having callers this week on the radio show. Yeah, Tim, I don't know what they're planning to do. I know, I asked someone that yesterday, and if they could remember a time, I was talking to Jacques. Who obviously has been at WFB for a long time. And I asked because a lot of times they go to the coaches' shows and you take video and stuff like that. And I said, can you ever remember a time where they didn't take calls? And he said, maybe there was a time with Les. Maybe it was near the end of Jared DiNardo where they had it was DiNardo because it was when Jordy Holtberg was hosting the show. Said they would record the phone calls in advance and then and screen them and play the question from the call on air like that. So they've done that in the past. I don't know what they're going to do tonight. I really don't. Jesse Brown, morning, Matt. Do you think with all the Title IX issues at LSU, does that discourage a new coach from accepting the job? I don't think so, Jesse. The inbound interest has already been large, and it's not even open formally. So no, I that won't dissuade people. Let's see. Maybe 10-second delay. They should have a delay. I'm surprised they don't. Mark Allen, rewatching the Florida game. This defense looks the same. Same base. Looks like same play calling with better execution. So whose defense is it really? You mean the Florida game from last year? Or what Florida game? Florida game from last year? Brandon English, good morning. Kelly Gross, Jeff McKithen, Devin Kelly, good morning. Fire Coach O now. That's a lot of EAUXs on there. Brian and Eddie Pin, good morning from Music City. Oh, nice. Nashville, huh? Get a package hopefully this week's early Christmas gift. Thank you, Brian. Y'all are so generous, man. Appreciate that. Ricky Lambert. Hey, Dad, good morning. Carrie Hughes, good morning from Charlotte. Met a couple from Baton Rouge last night. Talk coaching search. Happy hump day. Excuse me. Did you bump into Peter Burns? He's in Charlotte. He'd be happy to talk coaching search with you. Hey, Chris Keller, Kelly Presley. Good morning. How's Drew? Drew's doing well. Thank you, Kelly. Dang, man. Got a frog in my throat. Excuse me. Drew's doing well. So, had his fall break from school on Monday and on Friday, Monday. Oh, and tomorrow, I'll tell y'all, tomorrow is the annual St. Lillian Academy Giving Day. I know many of you contributed that last year. So I'll remind you again tomorrow. I'll be the doting dad that's like knocking on people's doors, asking people for donations for their kids' school. But anyway, they do it's their once a year annual give day. You can give online tomorrow. So I'll be mentioning it, fair warning. And if you can't give, it's totally cool. But if you can, even if it's $1 or $10, it would be anything's helpful. Brian and Andy Penn, did you see the man 7 million collection of whiskeys? I saw the link you sent me, which is bonkers. Like, I don't even know how that's possible. William Kimbrough, good morning. Chris Keller, saw an article. Sark will be in Hammond to watch Manning play Thursday night. I mean, wouldn't you be if you were him? I mean, they all should be. Trying to show him love, and I'm telling you, Texas is the leader for Arch Manning. If he had to pick today, it's my understanding, it would be Texas. Now, they got a long way to go. He won't sign until next February. So, long way to go. But if you had to pick today, it would be Tejas. Brandon Scott, if we have any shot to beat Florida, what is the biggest factor to that happening? Stop the run. Florida averages 275 rush yards a game. They're third in the country in rushing offense, Florida is. If they control the line of scrimmage and whoa, there's a hockey team called the Kraken? What the hell are the Kraken? I mean, I know, like the mythical Kraken thing, but Seattle, huh? So Seattle has a hockey team, the Seattle Kraken. Huh, that's interesting. I got what I learned today. Seattle has a hockey team. Hockey team. Chase Pellegrin, good morning. Not selling, but curious if you know the process to sell Gamecoin. Absolutely, Chase. It's just a reverse of what you already did. So you go to Pancake Swap and you swap Gamecoin for Binance. Move that, obviously back into your Trust wallet, just like you did when you bought Gamecoin. You just do the opposite. And then you send that to Crypto.com and you sell your Binance coin for fiat currency. And then you connect your bank account and you just do a withdrawal. It's just the exact opposite. You just do the process in reverse. But Chase, this is not financial advice. I would not be out there selling my Gamecoin, man. I'm just saying what I would do right now. And I would not be selling my Gamecoin right now. Tanner Anderson. Is Woodward's hand forced for the Florida loss? Can't get Tanner to let the ship crash and burn. So Tanner, it's an interesting question. I don't know necessarily that Woodward's hand needs to be forced. I think he's ready to move on. I think there's a couple things. One, lack of an interim coach. Two, if you do intend to fire for cause. Can you really pull that off if it appears very much to be performance-based, right? And then the other thing I'll tell you is I think the new president, Tate, is kind of a bit of a wild card in this. Because I've heard that he wants to have some influence on this. I mean, he's the president of the university, so how much does he dabble, get involved? We don't know. This will be his first time since he's been president that LSU's gone through a major coaching hire like this. Danny, let's see. Matt, is Ed meddling in the defense? No. He's just got defense coordinator. It's not any good. David Wallace, Hudco is on the roof this morning. Awesome, David. Hudco roofing. Hudco roofing. When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone, Ontario. All you need is Hudco. Hudco roofing. Hudco roofing. Call. I almost did. I defaulted right to the Diesel Driving Academy. 1007. Roofing. Hardcore roofing. Glad to hear that, David. Hope everything goes swimmingly today. I'm sure it will. Thank you for trusting us. Dusty Martin. What's up, Matt? Watching from Georgia. What's up, Dusty? Oh, no. Got it, Devin, with the EAUX. Cole Piers, morning for my second side hustle, Willowwood Candle Company. Listening while producing. Look at that. All right, Cole, go get it, man. Get you some this morning. Dylan Landry, Amy Hyde, Tommy Howard, Zach Swan, Matt, talk about how the coaching change will impact recruiting. Current roster, will there be a large exodus, early signing period? So, sure, Zach, and thank you for watching. Current roster will be interesting, and I think that largely depends on who the next coach will be, right? If it's a coach that runs a different style of defense or something like that, or maybe doesn't jive with the new player, new coach doesn't jive with the player, maybe the player leaves. More often, I'll tell you, there's oftentimes a lot of optimism surrounding a new coach. So maybe you are able to keep players. I think the bigger benefit to LSU this year, in a year where they're going to be looking for a coach, is the transfer rule, that you can oversign up to 7 transfers. So, I mean, effectively, whoever the new coach is can sign 32 players, 25 high schoolers, 7 transfers. So, I mean, if you have 7 players transfer out, which my guess is if you need that to happen for the spots, you will. Richard Bruce, has LSU had a drop in talent player-wise, or is bad coaching really that big of a difference? I feel even with bad coaching, if our player is just better, our guy should win no matter the position. So that's not exactly true, Richard. I mean, sometimes if that's true, then you wouldn't need to play a game, right? Then coaching wouldn't matter at all. If just the superior team physically won all the time. How do you see things like App State beating Michigan? Well, better coached, a better scheme that day. How did Texas A&M beat Alabama? Alabama's a better team. They have better players, 1-22, 1-85. But, they weren't the better team that day. So, yeah, I mean, coaching is massive. The talent spot that's down for LSU clearly is the offensive line. The only guy in that group that I would tell you would be an NFL draft pick is Ed Ingram, and he's not played well this year. So I think that's even a question. Let's see, Devin Kelly, wow, 3rd in the country, SMH. UK ran for 330. Florida's going to run for 500 if LSU's defense from last week shows up. True. Charlie Cavell. Let's see, Richard, try buying more Gamecoin last night, but sent my BNB to the wrong trust address. Oh. Okay. Dude, you're lucky you got that reversed. Oh. Y'all, that's the thing. You got to be careful, man, if you're making transactions on the blockchain. Because it's deregulated. Dude, you're lucky, Richard. If you screw up, I mean, a lot of times that's just lost. You got to be diligent and take the right steps, man. I'm glad you got it reversed, man. Kenneth McCown, morning, Matt. Did Burrow get left out of the Nissan Heisman house because of COVID year? No, Kenneth. So the way good question. I've gotten that a few times, but the reason that he's not there is Burrow did a car deal. So if you're in the Heisman house, you have to agree to a deal with Nissan. And Burrow did a car deal with, some of y'all might remember it, Lordstown Motors. It's an electric car deal based out of Ohio. Lordstown Motors in Northeast Ohio. That's why. So he did a deal with Lordstown Motors, so he's not... so that's why he passed on the Heisman house. So like every Heisman winner is offered that contract, but they have to do the deal with Nissan. Travis Roy, GameCoin is proven to be forbidden fruit. Capital One Debit tags it as possible fraudulent. My Visa credit card doesn't allow purchase of cryptocurrency for whatever reason. Travis, you have to call your bank and see if they'll approve the transaction, or physically go to your bank and initiate a wire transfer. If you go to crypto.com, there are wire transfer instructions. If you go on the home page of crypto.com, at the very top, you'll see transfer. You tap transfer, and then you choose fiat currency, and then you select wire transfer, and then it's all the wire details. The thing you got to keep in mind, though, if you set up a wire transfer in crypto, this is for anybody who ever wants to buy crypto. If you set up a wire transfer, it will give you a unique code, a reference code. That, to the crypto exchange, acts as your name. You have got to include that unique code in the memo line on your wire transfer. But that's the way to do it. If your bank is blocked, then you have to go to your bank and initiate a wire transfer. Ooh, what's 7:51? I gotta get rolling, y'all. Sorry. Let me see if I can roll through some of these real quick. Sorry. Jeremy Hoskins, good morning from St. Louis. Let's see. Mark Palmer, good morning. I'm still floored. Oh, had the nerve to insinuate someone else do their freaking job. Todd Holmes, morning, Matt. Wonder what Mike DeTilio would be saying to his buzz buddy over now. Mike has O on every week. And Mike's honest, bro. Mike. I think the first time Ed's been down a road where they've struggled. And Mike called him out before. Had to. Dylan Willsey, hey Matt, quick crypto question. Was trying to buy BNB last night on Trust Wallet. You can't. You can't buy it on Trust Wallet. You have to go to crypto.com. You have to buy Binance in crypto.com and then transfer it from crypto.com to your Trust Wallet. Then you start that process. So you need to download the crypto.com app and buy Binance coin there. Let's see, Duval Production Group. I'll take Florida minus 11. Wow. Let's see. What's better, the Hudco jingle or the AFR theme? Both made by Toby Tomplay. I will go Hudco jingle. Zachary Moe, Matt, what are your thoughts on Napier as the future coach? What would you think about it? Okay. Yeah, it's not going to happen, but I think Saban Tree, young guy, tons of energy, hasn't been the head coach at a major program. I wouldn't necessarily be cool with it. It wouldn't be my first choice, but then again, I mean, the last three coaches at LSU have won national championships, and Napier already has inroads in schools recruiting in Louisiana. So, Saban Tree, all that stuff. I think he'd win. I do think he'd win. Michael Mills, Matt, you don't think Franklin and Fickle being Northern guys would be a problem? Southerners like to shake hands, and heard all that. Didn't say well about it. Leave it. Michael, Skip Ertman was born in Detroit, who came here from Miami. Nick Saban was born in West Virginia, who came here after spending his entire career in the Midwest. Toledo, Cleveland, East Lansing, worked out fine. Jay Johnson is from the West Coast. Dale Brown's from Minot, North Dakota. It can work, bro. It can work. Let's see. Paul Batts, what's up? Lenny Moss, too late to buy. All right, we are done, y'all. I gotta get rolling. PJ Austin Bourgeois, PJ Fleck. Have not heard PJ Fleck's name at all. I know he signed a long-term extension in at Minnesota. Odd. I guess he just wants to be at Minnesota, but teach their own. Devin, if I refinance my $400,000 house, take my equity of $150K to buy as much game coin as I can, would I be able to retire and never work again if it hits its peak, or just do 100K? Devin, I am not giving you financial advice, and I'm not telling you to go refinance your house and take 150K of equity. Like, you have to make financial decisions for yourself and understand that with every investment there is risk. So I am in no way at all am I telling you what to do with refinancing your house. Okay. Y'all have an awesome day, and we'll see you. Peace.